like. Ooh, wrong way. That's not right. How do we fix that? Okay, but how? Oh, here we go. Okay. Well, this is not a great start to this live. All right, well, this is the first time I've been able to go live on my phone, but I clearly had the orientation upside down and backwards. Of course, why not? My name is Irene Mahoney. I'm a certified health coach with OPTAVIA, and I am here to answer any questions anybody might have on the Fat Burn Blitz. I don't know about you, but knowing that I was going on the Fat Burn Blitz, I definitely have enjoyed a little coffee with some Splenda in it this morning. And when I made my chocolate chip pancake as my second fueling this morning, I definitely added my sugar-free syrup so that I got my condiments in there, knowing that next week I'm going to try to use less of those condiments. Okay, there, that's a little bit better. All right, so I thought I would start off with why. Why might you want to do the Fat Burn Blitz? I am doing the Fat Burn Blitz because I'm on a little bit of a stall, a little bit of a plateau. And so this just is a nice way to get back to basics, do a really good 5-in-1 and just not add any extras, right? And so I sometimes need a little extra motivation to get myself back to a good 5-in-1, and I find the Fat Burn Blitz is a great little tool that every now and then I kind of pull out and use to get myself back on track. Let's see, if you took the holidays off, right? Some people were just like, I am going to enjoy Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's, and you just let yourself do whatever you want, and that's totally fine. It's totally an option on this program, right? And maybe you just completely, packaged up your fuelings and were like, I'm going to enjoy these holidays, and now you've kind of stepped on the scale and you're like, ooh, okay. And maybe like a lot of people, next Monday, you're going to start again. I have a few clients like that. And I've been guilty of that myself many times. And so maybe it's finally time, and maybe Monday is your day that you're finally going to jump back on program. And so, maybe this is the little push you need to get yourself back on program. A good Fat Burn Blitz starting Monday, maybe a good 2 weeks of the Fat Burn Blitz. It's right in the middle of my 5-week challenge to see if I can lose 10 pounds by Valentine's Day, right? So I've been trying to get on a good 5-in-1, get into Fat Burn. I think I'm there. A lot of you who have been doing the 5-week challenge with me, I think you are there too. And now this is just gonna kick it up a notch. And challenges, some of you just thrive on a challenge, right? You know how to diet. You've probably been dieting since you were in high school, but sometimes we just need that little extra motivation. So, hey, can you stick to the Fat Burn Blitz for 2 weeks? Is sometimes just that little added bit of motivation that you need to kind of crack down on yourself and be like, oh, if other people can do it, I can totally do it. Maybe tap into your competitive side and be like, oh, I am all in. Everybody loves a good challenge. So if you don't know me, my name is Irene Mahoney. Let's see, I got my before and after here. So this is me with my friend Mo. That's my 40th birthday party, right? I know we often see a lot of people pop on YouTube here. They're a lot younger that have had amazing success, but I'm here to tell you, like, this was me at 40, right? And I'm about 205 pounds in this picture. Oh, so icky. And just uncomfortable, and walking hurt, and being motivated to do anything was such a chore. And here is me at the end of my first year on program, and I think I lost about 70 pounds. So I went from 205 to 135. And then I became a health coach to help other people, which is amazingly motivating and extremely fulfilling. And if anybody is looking for a health coach, if you've been watching my videos, I've got spots for 5 new clients because I've had some clients transition and kind of move to a 3 and 3, and I'm looking to help 5 new clients in the upcoming month here. So shoot me an email if you're looking for a health coach. I'd love to help you out. But in the last so I kept most of the weight off for the first year. And here in this second year with COVID and quarantining and being stuck at home, I have to say I've put on about 15 pounds, which isn't awful, but it isn't great, right? And so as a health coach, I really would like to get back to that ideal weight, get back down closer to the bottom of the 140s. I think I'm weighing in at about 155-ish lately, which is still pretty good. 5'3.5". It's not great, but it's way better than 205. But I'd really like to get back down into the 140s. And I think we talked about this, start hitting the gym, right? That's going to be my next challenge after we finish the Valentine's Day challenge. Increase my habit of motion, get to the gym for like maybe a month straight, something like that, and start to transition at least to like a 4 and 2, then go to a 3 and 3. It's so easy to be on the 5 and 1. I find it so convenient. I just love it. But you know, at some point it is time to like realize you've stuck with the beginning of the plan and you haven't finished it, and I would like to finish it. So I would like to get through transition, increase my habit of motion. And so that's where I personally am, and that's why I think it's a great time to start the Fat Burn Blitz. Drop some comments down below. Why do you think it's a good time for you to Fat Burn Blitz? You know, are you stuck in a plateau? Are you just starting to come back on program after taking a little break off of program? Or do you just like a good challenge, and that's sort of your motivation as to why you're going to start the Blitz on Monday? Okay, so what is a Fat Burn Blitz? Okay, we're not doing anything crazy. We're not outside the guidelines of the program. We're not going rogue, right? It's just simplified version of the program. So really, we're going to grab our handy dandy spiral notebook that you got the first week you were on program, okay? And it's going to tell us, right, what is a lean and green? One of the biggest things about the Fat Burn Blitz is how you make your lean and greens. So we're just going to do it for 2 weeks, right? It's not like we're saying we're never going to go back to regular. We're just saying for the next 2 weeks, when we go to pick our protein, we're going to grab this handy dandy binder and we're going to say, okay, I would like to choose the leanest protein, the one that doesn't have any fat in it. Okay, and when you check that out, it says fish. Dr. A says right in the Habits of Health book, you got to try to eat fish. I'm not a huge fish eater, but over the last 2 years, I have definitely made some improvements, right? I made a conscious decision when I go to the grocery store to buy fish. It's very simple. They sell them in individually packaged fillets. They defrost nicely, they cook up quickly, and they're actually pretty good. I got to admit, I've started to actually enjoy them. So the fish that count as leanest are going to be cod, flounder, haddock, orange roughy, grouper, tilapia, mahi-mahi, tuna, yellowfin steak, or canned in water catfish. Okay, so any of those are definitely good. Shellfish, there's always a bag of frozen shrimp in my freezer, but you can have crab, you can have scallops, you can have shrimp, you can have lobster, right? So don't feel bad that you're on the Blitz, right? Maybe plan one night of the Blitz that you're gonna go get some boiled lobster. That's gonna be amazing. Game meat. If you know anybody that hunts, right, you can have deer meat, buffalo meat, elk. Some of the grocery stores also sell that, right? Because they are so active, there's just less fat in the meat. Ground turkey or other that is 98% lean. Okay, it's a little tricky to find. It's kind of hit or miss for me in the food stores, but I did manage to find some 99% fat-free turkey meat. So that will be a big part of my Fat Burn Blitz in the next 2 weeks. And then meatless options. You can have 14 egg whites or 2 cups of egg beaters. That is a huge amount of food. And some days when you're just super hungry and you again are like, oh, I just want to have like a massive bowl of food. Go to that egg white and spinach like omelet, and like it'll be enormous when you make it with 2 cups of egg beaters or 14 egg whites. So give that a try. It's a really fun lean and green, and it's easy. Don't forget, right? We need to include our healthy fats, right? So if we're eating the leanest proteins, we get to add 2 healthy fats. I just want to read to you what Dr. A tells us about our healthy fats, right? Healthy fats are important because they help your body absorb vitamins like A, D, E, and K. They also keep your gallbladder working properly, and you'll find a list of healthy fats on page 18, right? So here we are on page 18. Again, your leanest proteins are listed above, and down below you've got your healthy fats. So 1 teaspoon of canola, flaxseed, walnut, or olive oil, up to 2 tablespoons of low carbohydrate salad dressing, right? I got the Bolt House ranch dressing that I'm planning to use as my healthy fats. You can also do 10 black or green olives, right? So that is fantastic if you want to add those to your salad. 1 tablespoon of reduced fat margarine, and 1.5 ounces of avocado. So sometimes, right, since we get 2, sometimes I just do 3 ounces of guacamole instead of salad dressing, and that's a fantastic healthy fat, right? So make sure you check your healthy fats, make sure you check your measurements, right? When you choose the leanest protein, you get 7 ounces after it's cooked, right? So remember, you got to start with like 9 ounces because you're going to lose some, and then weigh it again when you're done to make sure you got all 7 ounces. It doesn't work if you're cheating yourself, right? We've been in such a mentality that less is better our whole life, but Dr. A is telling us you want your metabolism to work. You need to fuel it. So we're going to fuel it. Okay. The next part of our lean and green is the green. And so we're going to try to stick with the lowest carbohydrate vegetables. I struggle with this a little bit. I often don't want to just eat 3 cups of lettuce. But if you do, right, there's so much water in that lettuce. There's so much fiber in that lettuce. And putting 3 cups is really going to clean you out and make you feel full longer. And so that's what we're going to try to do for the next 2 weeks, is stick with the lower carbohydrates, right? So if you go with the lower, you get a whole cup per serving. We want 3 greens, so that's 3 cups, right? Collard greens, endive lettuce, any kind of lettuce, mustard greens, spinach, spring mix, watercress, bok choy, right? Anything that looks like lettuce, you get 3 cups, right? If you can't handle 3 plain cups of lettuce, go with the 2 cups of lettuce and add a little something, right? And a half a cup of something else, right? A little cucumber, a little tomato, right? That's fine, right? We're going to try to have 3 of these, but if you're getting bored, that's all right. Again, it's for a week. It's for 2 weeks. It's nothing we can't do. Optional snacks. We're going to just say no, right? While we're doing the Fat Burn Blitz, we're not going to have our optional snack. We're going to have our 5 fuelings, and we're going to have our great lean and green with our leanest protein and our lowest carbohydrates. Condiments. Oh, we're gonna just say no. Oftentimes the reason that you need a little boost, the reason you've hit a plateau is that your condiments have gotten out of control. You got a little Splendor in your coffee, you got almond milk in your cereal, you just put a little almond milk in your shake later in the day, you just put a little whipped topping on your pudding, and before you know it, you're at like 7 condiments for the day and you haven't even made a lean and green. Okay. Now, no condiments is hard. I would say, if you've got to put a little spice on your protein, some oregano, some basil, some Mrs. Dash, go for it, right? Well, we want to try no salt, no sugar substitutes, nothing with carbohydrates, right? Try to get rid of the condiments for the 2 weeks that we're on the Fat Burn Blitz. And the other thing with the Fat Burn Blitz is we're going to try to have the powdered fuelings. And there's a lot of questions about that because absolutely all of the fuelings are interchangeable. But the powdered fuelings, the ones that come in an envelope, just are a little bit lower glycemic. And I also think all of them require you to add water. And bumping up your water is a big part of why the Blitz works so well. The more water you have, the better your metabolism's going to work, the fuller you're going to feel, right? And so that's why I think, the powdered fuelings are recommended for the Fat Burn Blitz. But here's what I'm going to tell you. It's absolutely necessary that you get your 5 fuelings in. So if you're somewhere and you can't mix up a shake, right, and you can't make some pudding or make some soup, grab a bar, right? Getting your 5 fuelings in is more important than having a powdered fueling, right? But if you give it some forethought, you can make some muffins ahead of time and those travel beautifully. So I might make up a bunch of muffins so that I can bring those to school. That second fueling of my day where I'm trying to grab a fueling right before I hit homeroom, that's a quick one for me. Maybe I got a minute to mix up a shake. If not, maybe I'll just keep a stash of muffins in the fridge at school. If you've never made the muffins, it's for every envelope, 2 tablespoons of water, 2 tablespoons of egg beaters. Put the oven on about 375 and cook your muffins for about 12 minutes. They're delicious. They do shrink. They are kind of funny. But you can do it with any of the shakes, any of the bakes, right? They make excellent muffins and they're quick portable things to go. But anything that comes in an envelope is going to be fair game. So some of you might want to do a day where you do all shakes. Beautiful. Somebody asked me if they could do a day where they just ate brownies all day. Absolutely. If you've got a bunch of extra boxes of brownie fuelings, go for it. Have a brownie fueling day. The chocolate chip cookie just came back in stock, right? So go for it. I know in my next order, I'm looking forward to getting some oatmeal because that is going to help me through the Blitz. The hot chocolate I'm planning to have as my 4th fueling. I always start my day with either a chocolate shake or a mocha shake, so that's easy. And pudding at the end of the day is pretty much a staple in my life. So just really that second fueling of the day is the one that's going to be a little bit tricky for me, and I'll figure it out. It's not too bad. I got some extra soup, I got some penne, so I've sort of stocked up on the powdered fuelings to be ready for the Blitz. Some of you just have these. I find, I don't really want to eat any of the soup in the summer, and they kind of stock up on me a little bit. So this is a great time to get rid of any of those powdered fuelings that maybe you bought, you didn't love. Try them again, right? Chocolate cherry shake. Your taste buds totally change while you're on this program. So if you tried chocolate cherry shake and you didn't like it in the first month of your program, try it again. It's pretty good. The tropical smoothie, I don't love that one, but I usually order it in the summer because I convince myself I'm gonna love it in the summer because it's such wonderful summer like flavors. Strawberry shake, I do the same thing. I order it in the summer thinking like I'm gonna want a summery flavor, and then I'm not that excited. All right, so that's our food, that's our fueling, okay? What else I want to say is while we're on the blitz, let's make a commitment to read 5 minutes in our life book every day. If we're not working on the mental part of our game, then we're just stuck in a diet mentality. We want to get into a healthy lifestyle. And so the fuelings are amazing tools that work super effectively at helping us drop the weight off our body. Every client I has that does the program as written has had wonderful results on this program. Okay, but what turns it into long-term successful health is getting into the life book. And it's really easy to put this back on the bookshelf and be like, I'll get to it later. We're all guilty of it, right? I've read the life book. In order to be a certified OPTAVIA coach, this is the book that you have to have studied. So I've read the whole life book, but I'm going to make the commitment to spend just 5 minutes a day re-looking at the life book. There's so much in here. Every time I reread it, I learn a little bit more. Something else clicks. Right? The time I was reading about how to break a plateau, and Dr. A was like, if you're stuck on a plateau, you should eat, the lowest carbohydrate vegetables and a lot of fish. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, that's the blitz, right? So even though the blitz isn't officially an OPTAVIA thing, it's just kind of like it's kind of like a weird sub thing. It does kind of fit with the program. It is going with the advice that we're being given by Dr. A. So 5 minutes every day in the life book, no snack, no condiments, max your water, right? I'm going to try to get in 100 ounces of water every day to make sure that that my metabolism is going. It's going to make my skin look better, my hair look better. It's going to keep me fuller longer. There's just no reason not to max your water. So I'm definitely going to make that a priority. Get your 5 fuelings in, your lean and green. It's just a good 5-in-1. That's all it is. There's no magic, right? But when you stick to it, it's just amazing. It's like weight loss that you saw in your 2nd and 3rd week of program, okay? So if you want to go back to getting results like that, and I know I do, then hop onto the Fat Burn Blitz with us tomorrow. Drop some comments down below. What are your goals, right? I'll see you tomorrow when we do a what I eat on the first day of the Fat Burn Blitz video. I'll drop my email down below, iemahoney@yahoo.com. If any of you have questions, if any of you are looking for a health coach, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get the updates. And I'll see you tomorrow. I hope this was helpful. Sorry about the wonky beginning.